Hey there. 2 weeks have passed since the last elections, and we've had some time to digest the results. And depending on who I speak to, the emotions have ranged from calm and unshaken to shock, anger, and grief. Some felt the results met their expectations, while others, are in a state of disbelief. Disbelief and fear because of the uncertainty as to what this will mean for communities, or families, and the country at large. I understand every emotion. They are all valid. And as much as I sympathize with those among us who are going through the state of grief, I see this as a moment for us to think about what a strong community looks like, right? What does it mean to support each other, to figure out how to work with each other, share resources, and build much needed institutions? I want to be careful about sounding as though we currently live in an ideal world where we are not already experiencing significant barriers and difficulties. We are attuned, we're aware to the fact that we live in a country where promises have been made, laws have been created to ensure some attainment of freedom, right? But they've been gradually removed over a period of time or met with violence. So how do we therefore respond to and be prepared, for a climate that becomes bold in its discriminatory practices and blatant in continued removal of policies, laws, and governing bodies, which are meant to maintain some degree of democracy for everyone? Who, what, and where do we turn to for solace, guidance, and support? What are the action steps we can take to help us navigate a potential attack on our communities? In my book, Becoming Authentically African, I have a section dedicated to the concept of community. How do we form community and what should it look like? And in the book, I quote one of my favorite authors, Malidoma Some, right? And this is his quote. This is what he says, that in a community, it is possible, right, to restore a supportive presence for one another rather than distrust or competitiveness with one another. The others in the community are the reasons that we feel the way we feel. The elder cannot be the elder if there's no community to make him an elder, right? Let's think about that. The young boy cannot feel secure if there's no elder whose silent presence gives him hope in life. The adult cannot be who he is or she unless there is a strong sense of presence of the other people around them, right? So we are our basin, part of what we have surrounded by. So this interdependency is what we call supportive presence. And if I may, I would like to share some things that I think we should do. We should check in with each other. The emotions are real, the disappointment is real, and as much as I may not hold the same viewpoint as some in my circle, I'm still checking in and having conversations about their perspective and how they are processing, because we're still family. I still care. I'm still curious. This is not the time to cancel and unfriend people. People have their reasons for making the decisions they made. It's a time to realize that at the end of the day, we are all in the same boat. And if it starts sinking, we have nothing but each other to figure it out. Two, if needed, disconnect from social media and news media. I think that's important. If it's just for a short time, take the time to process what it means to you and evaluate what kind of life you want for yourself and family. Also, we all should be knowledgeable. This is so important about Project 2025. They're telling us, we've been told what to expect. It's right there in the document. Therefore, we should be preparing for whatever changes that would be negatively affecting us, right? And stay informed about what's happening, right? Know what resources are available in our community, or find people who have access to much needed resources. So if you cannot find, what you need, create for yourself. Create the spaces, the opportunities, the programs that you recognize is missing and will be a benefit to you and your community. So let's go ahead. Let's be proactive. not necessarily reactionary or reactive, and be there for each other. Because if not, if there's ever a good time, now is the time. All right, family. Peace. Wait.